Hey guys, in our previous video, we saw how to integrate LLM API with Qlik Sense, and we also saw how to pass a prompt. It was a static prompt we passed from Qlik, and we got the response back. So today we will see how to make that prompt dynamic, and we also see how we can use that on top of a Qlik dataset to analyze, to pass, to select and pass Qlik dataset to LLM API and to analyze it and get back the response. Okay, so let's get started. So I'll start with um, a, an input box so that we can pass some input to the variable, and we will use that variable as a prompt. So in that way we can make our prompt dynamic. So let me add an input box. I have a variable. So I have a variable called v prompt. So let me add that variable. Okay. Now through this input box, I will be passing my values to the prompt dynamically. So now we have to pass that prompt over here in the body section of this API. So let me go back to the wizard. We'll go back to the body. So here, instead of the static text, we will define our variable over here. Okay. So this should be dollar $b prompt. So now this is dynamic. Let me save this. Let me try to pass some input. Let's say what is click variable in 50 words. Okay, so this is my prompt. I will also add one more text box so that we can see what is there within the variable. It's dollar of v prompt. Okay, so this is what we have inside the variable now, and that's what we are going to pass. Okay, we got the response back, and you could see this response here in the text section. You could see some response about click variable, and we took that part alone, and we are displaying it over here as we did last in the last video. So here we could see the response about click variable. So now this is dynamic. So instead of static, so we can dynamically pass our prompt with the help of this variable. Okay, so what is 2 plus 2? I'll call API. I'll get some response. So now, how do we use this to analyze our click data set or click data model? Okay, so let me quickly open the data model. So I have a simple data set about product review. So what I have got here is couple of product names and custom reviews. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select one review at a time, and I'm going to pass it to the LLM model and get feedback like asking LLM to perform a sentiment analysis or to generate a summary out of it. Basically any kind of insights, right? So we are going to make some selections, and we are going to pass this data back to LLM, and we are going to get the response. Okay, so now to start with, let me create some filters. I'll free some space, and I'll add a filter over here. Okay, so I'll add a couple of dimensions like product name and customer review. So now when I select a review, okay, let's say this review, it says disappointed with the purchase. So obviously it's a negative review. So I've selected this, and this review I'm going to pass it to the LLM. So to do that, I have to capture this somewhere. So let me use the same variable v prompt. Okay, So here I will say customer review. So on top of that, I will add my instructions or system prompt as well. So what this LLM has to do with this review. So I will say analyze the following text and perform sentiment analysis. Or I could simply say perform sentiment analysis on the following text and written positive or negative. So this is the instruction I'm giving, followed by the actual data. Okay. So now let me save this variable. So if I go back, so we could see this is how the v prompt looks like. So perform sentiment analysis followed by my actual review. From starting here to here is my actual review. So this I'm going to pass to the LLM API, and it says negative. Okay. So let me select this. It says amazing purchase. Okay. So obviously it could be a positive sentiment. So it returns positive. So in this way, we can use LLM to analyze the data set within our data model. Okay. So we can extend this. We can involve multiple fields. You can use um, concatenate over here. For right now, if you see, I have used the field name directly. So we can use concat function, and you can bring in multiple fields, multiple selections, and you can do n number of analysis. Okay, so let me just add one more thing. So instead of just returning sentiment analysis positive or negative, I will also say also let us know the key concerns. So what type of issues the users are highlighting it in the review. Okay, let me give a try. Call API. Okay, it says the sentiment is positive, concerns none. It all expresses positive attributes. Now let me select something negative. This one. Let me call API. So it says sentiment is negative. These are all the key concerns. Poor durability, it broke easily, so on so so. So in this way, we can control. You can even control the way you want this output to be formatted, with JSON format or HTML format or whatever, or it is a bullet points. So with the help of these prompts, system prompts, and your data, so you can basically control the output, and you can basically extend it to multiple fields, and you can make it even more advanced or useful. So hope you all got a basic idea about how to integrate and how to make this prompt dynamic, and how we can use this, extend this to our Qlik Sense data model. So please do let me know in the comment section for any clarification. Thanks for watching.